Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this evening's How to Zolder. We will be doing some hot zoldering and some cold zoldering, maybe some zolder removal. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is noted, aluminum TIG welding expert, Mike Magas.
Oh, that was very good there. That all came together nicely.
I was very proud of it. I made that all up on the fly.
I mean, we believe you because it usually is made up entirely on the fly.
Almost 100% of the time. Occasionally, I'll have very good ideas during the middle of the day, and I'll actually put them in my phone.
Rick Martel may have just gotten barged off the track by Guillermo Taylor.
Well, he is very attractive.
So we do have a couple of problems with today's commentary. Number one is the fact that my recording, unfortunately, had a hot mic, which meant you heard every movement of the chair, me talking to the recording, me talking to people.
I think he belched the Venezuelan national anthem.
I didn't even know I had that ability. Learn something new about yourself every day. So that recording obviously is not the one we're using. We're using Martin's. And Martin forgot to press drive. So for a chunk of this, we're not going to have a HUD. We're going to have a menu overlay. That's going to be lame. We're going to try and soldier through. We're going to try and make the best that we can out of it. Also, it's got this weird timing glitch where we're like missing seconds on the clock.
Yeah, that was really fucking weird.
It's really weird. It's done that like 3 times since then. Actually, it's doing it again. There it is.
Stop looking at it. If you don't look at it, it doesn't happen.
It's weird. He's got like a timing glitch going on here. Anyways, quick rundown of the grid so far. Chris Johnston is on pole in the Mercedes. There he is coming across the line. Jeff Wentworth. There he goes up to 3rd place. So does Johnston, Riccobeni, Wentworth, who's making his debut. That's why he has the numbers next to his name. Just to make sure that his custom entry is working properly. William Murrah, 4th place. Darren Turcotte, or Dominic Turcotte. There's a hockey player named Darren Turcotte. That's what's always throwing me off. Andrew Burke, Antonio Garda, Simeon Naku. The top silver car is Javier Perez Torres and Guillermo Taylor. The top AM car is Mauricio Delgado. Now, to be clear, Mauricio is shown as a silver car. That should be a red number plate. That was not realized until this round that he had the wrong number plate. And like Byron said, we're at Zolder, the redheaded stepchild of Belgian motorsport, if we're being quite honest.
Speaking of redheads,
Andrew Burke in the Kessel Racing Ferrari. So it's the redheaded stepchild because, of course, Spa-Francorchamps is in Belgium, and that's the favorite child. That's the why can't you be like your brother?
Sure, if it's in Belgium, shouldn't it be the Spa Belchosha?
That is a pretty cool name for a track that I kind of want to make.
Shouldn't it be the Battle of the Belge?
Ooh, that's a good one. But anyways, we're not at Spa. We're at Zolder. As Johnston, I think, just bettered his time a little bit there. And, oh no, he didn't. He came up a little short. But he's very tight with Paul Riccobeni, so we should be looking for a great Mercedes v Lexus. So this is basically what we're going to get for like the first like half of the race. Is this here? Because Martin is bad.
Whoa, rude and semi-accurate.
I mean, I screwed up too, so I guess I can't say jack. So, anyways,
make sure to check down below for the audio feed swap over directly to Mike farting in his chair.
Oh God, that would be terrible.
I can't actually confirm that that's the case, but I assume it happened once.
I mean, probably, but I can't remember it.
Statistically speaking, it's got to be in there.
Well, the thing is that every time I race and record, I do have a hot mic because I don't do push to talk for the recording, and that means that if I had ever farted, it would be on YouTube.
Hell yeah!
So there you go. You too can go back and have a look and see if indeed that is the case. So time clicking down here, 1 minute till the race. And looking forward to the action here. This is a really, really tough track because of the amount of curb you have to take, and that will be a downside for the mid-engine cars as well as any Porsches in the field. We do have some Porsches, Wesley Stokes and Andreas Lacutis.
Well, bad news. The session has ended. That's it for us today. Have fun, guys. Bye.
Yeah, this is we were talking about we just did the tier 3 Super Series race, and we were talking about the random stuff in this game that doesn't make any sense because they go into such fine, massive detail on the physics of the light on the car, the exhaust, the rain drainage.
I
Yet,
saw rain mist like blowing cyclonically out of the back exhaust off of the car.
yet they have a spectator tool that is going to do what you're about to see, and that is when the session ends, it doesn't roll over. You still have the chat and stuff up. Like it's a bit weird, the things in this game that don't work like you want them to. I'm not going to say should, but like the way that logically you kind of want them to, and it doesn't. And the auto director is another example of that. It takes like 5 minutes to find all of its camera definitions. Anyways, we're about to get rolling here. William Murr is kind of out there as a 3 wide. That'll be interesting. He's in the red Ferrari there. Also, Martin, your cursor's in the way.
Green light, green light.
Hey, I did that once. I can't really be that mad at him.
Here we go into turn 1. I don't know the turn names here outside of Jackie Ickbot, which is the last turn.
They're all named the Zolderizer.
Well, they're all balked at the end. B-O-C-H-T, which apparently is just like turn. Which, I mean, that's a solid one. I know that there's a turn called Villeneuve turn because this is where Gilles Villeneuve died. Had to get the morbid references in it. Oh, contact between Andreas Lacutis and Guillermo Martinez.
Get out of the way, Gulf oil to the front.
And that has made some problems for the field out to start here. And Michael Magas battling with Wesley Stokes and Jake Keckley, who is also new to the field. Welcome back, Jake.
Is that the Ben Schwarry?
That is the Ben Schwarry.
My goodness. The man, the myth, the legend himself.
Look at it. Look at the sponsor on this car.
He doesn't return my phone calls. He doesn't send me flowers anymore, but he is still the Ben Schwarry.
He does have one of the best sponsors in the field, sir.
He's going too fast. The cabin's too far away.
It is the Crown Royal.
I mean, that's definitely a headache in a bottle. There's a lot of sugar in that.
Well, there is. He is in 15th place at the moment behind Jake Keckley. Michael Magas going for a move there on Martino Magliolo. Didn't work out.
Didn't Jake Keckley play for the Panthers?
I mean, maybe. I think you're thinking of Luke Kuechly, though.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Kuechly. One of the nicest guys, apparently, to ever play the game.
That you never want to play against ever, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they even did it in a Gridiron Heights when they were there's an episode where it's defenses get to purge and like everything is like unnecessary roughness is legal, and Luke Kuechly is like looking at Andrew Luck going, "I'm gonna sack you," and I really feel bad about it. And then he sacks him, and Andrew Luck goes, "Nice sack, yeah, great job being sacked." William Murrah, a little bit off the track there, but retains his spot against Dominic Turcotte there. Top 5 are kind of getting away. Johnston, Riccobeni, Wentworth, Murrah, and Turcotte. Then there's a gap back to Simeon Naku, who is not even in the shot there. Oh god, there's a floating sign on the track.
Is it Real Cheese People?
Turcotte is it was the Pirelli sign, I think. Turcotte trying to get around there. Doesn't work out. Dixon Hurst up in the mix. That's good for him. That Honda is not great.
Fonda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda.
There is Guillermo Taylor, who is doing quite well. He is leading the silver class in 9th place there, ahead of Javier Perez-Torres and Michael Magas in the Vortex GT Racing Lexuses, which you can see ahead of Wesley Stokes here in 12th place in the Rebel Racing 4. I'd have team names, but somebody forgot to press drive.
What's this about rabble rousing?
Wesley Stokes going around the outside, very wide. Martino Maglioli should be able to slip up there. By the way, Martino is officially your least favorite driver, Byron.
Martina Navratilova?
Martino, last round, you may recall, was racing the Gulf Porsche.
Oh.
You might notice that he's in a Ferrari now.
Traitor.
He has abandoned the Golf Porsche for a
Sir,
red
we're
Ferrari.
going to have you exiled to Crete. You will have to drive a Greek car.
Jake Keckley's fallen back a couple spots. He's behind Stokes now in 14th place with Ben Schwarry in the Nissan behind him. I think Ben Schwarry's our only Nissan today. No Mika Watt and no Justin Swan for this
I think
race.
Mika Watt's off making bad memes.
I mean, maybe. Mika's a nice guy. Little aggressive. I will say that. A little aggressive, little penalty prone. So, very tight racing here at Zolder. And you are going to be treated to this for the entire race, frankly, because it doesn't really spread out.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Ooh, Simeon Naku is going side by side into turn 1 with Andrew Burke. Or I should say Burke is going side by side with Naku, because it is Burke that is initiating it. I wish the camera had stuck with that. Maglioli trying to get past Mike Magas, and it's not working for him right now. He's still got pressure from Stokes, Keckley, Schwarry, and Dixon Hurst is not too far back off of this.
They will come together and form the team Magas Lioli.
Oh, pardon me, that's Larry Foster's lap car behind them. Larry Foster had a glitch at the start of the race, and as a result had to start from the pit lane. No pit stops, by the way, mandatory in this race, although damage pit stops may occur.
Larry. Foster's for Australian. No, that's not how that works.
I am kind of happy that Martino Maglioli is in this league because it means that I get the excuse to not have MAG as my short form on my windshield. So, basically the short form is usually the first 3 letters of your name. So MAG for me. But since there are 2 MAGs, I got to pick another one, which is you add the first letter of your first name to the front of the first 2 letters of your second name. So, my short form is MMA.
Very nice.
Mixed martial arts, baby. You'll see it if we get a shot of my windshield. You'll see that MMA is the short form that appears on it. So like Taylor will be T-A-Y. The exception would be like Javier because he's got the double last name. So with him it would be first initial and then the 2 last name initials. So JPT.
I mean, that's what we call him now anyway.
Wesley Stokes trying to get past Martino. 2 pro drivers being held up by Magas' silver car here. And Schwarry, Schwarry and Keckley are in the mix too, so actually 4 pro drivers. Guillermo Martinez is back in 22nd place, having just a terrible race. Wesley Stokes looking for a way around Martino Maglioli's Ferrari. Ferrari versus Porsche again. This has been a theme of the day. For those not paying attention.
Isn't it that movie?
No, that was Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh, my bad.
They could do a Ferrari versus Porsche movie too, though.
Derksen versus Honda.
I mean, the Asian version would definitely be Toyota versus Honda. Out in front, looks like Johnston still leads from Rekabeni, Wentworth, Turcotte, and Murrah. So Turcotte did get past Murrah. Down the inside, this is the Jackie Ick spot, the turn that I actually do know the name of. One of 2 turns on the track I know the name of. And he is turning the pressure on against Martino Maglioli. Oh, getting very close there. And Ben Schwarry and Jake Keckley are all on the back end of this as well.
Very close, very comfortable.
I'm very not comfortable. Very close, very pressured. So you like ice. I like more than one ice. So you like ices.
Get the fuck out!
Ben Schwarry going around the outside of Wesley Stokes into the first chicane. That's a good overtake for him. And Jake Keckley looking to get through too. So big mistake for Wesley Stokes. And he is going to lose the position into Villeneuve, which is the other turn that I do know the name of. And Wesley Stokes dropping from 13th to 15th in the sum of just 2 corners. Our boy, our man, Rick Martel, riding on the back end.
Unfortunately, the session has ended.
Unfortunately. Missing out on so much data here.
RIP session.
That is Tony Yimbo in the Bentley in behind him. The gold and black car. There's Martinez ahead of Hurst and Wayne Hutchison. Hutchison having a pretty bad day back in 23rd place. Not normally where we see him. Not normally where we see Martinez at all in 21st. We have lost a car. I believe it's Andreas Cutis who has exited the race. I believe we lost him on lap 1.
He was assimilated.
He was assimilated. He is now a Borg.
He was the Borg already.
He's
That's
now
where the Cutis comes from.
He is now of a different Borg collective. Maybe the one led by Hugh, or the one led by Lore.
Oh. What if... Okay. What if the Borg had got a hold of Worf? And then they just go on this big steroid-fueled rampage.
I mean, they have assimilated Klingons, so I imagine it wouldn't be that
well, that's
different.
boring then.
There is an assimilated Klingon in one of the Voyager episodes.
That sounds lame.
That's a pretty good episode, actually. Really kind of explores the like a revolution, a rebellion from within the Borg collective, which is kind of fascinating.
That is pretty cool. It'd be also kind of cool if that happened in Warhammer 40k.
Mauricio Delgado, by the way, is taking the lead of the AM race. He's overtaking Cliff Hemian. We just saw the end of that up ahead. And there we go, finally. The session is no longer over.
It ain't over
Michael
till it's
Magas
over.
overtaking Javier Perez Torres for 10th place. Vortex GT slipping spots, but Martino Maglioli is also getting through. So if that was an attempt to block for Magas, it did not work.
Judging by the livery, Mike Mag is a huge Rough Riders fan.
Let's say Edmonton Eskimos.
I would say, well, you're probably right. Also, Mike Magas, noted Ricky Ray fanboy.
I mean, I always got respect for Ricky Ray.
I mean, the man can walk after the 93 concussions.
He's got like the second most interesting story of any pro football quarterback, if we're being honest.
Is it the fact that he was concussed 72 times as a child and still managed to play pro football, where he garnered another 20,000 concussions and broken limbs?
No, it's the fact that they found him stocking shelves to become the quarterback.
That is pretty good. Him and Kurt Warner.
Yeah, well, that's why Kurt Warner's number 1, because it's the NFL.
Hell yeah! Well, and won a Super Bowl. Did he win 2?
He won 1, went to 2.
I thought he went to
3. Pardon me, forgot the Cardinals one.
Yeah,
forgot the Cardinals one.
I was gonna say I thought he won 2 and went to a 3rd, or maybe he won 1 and went to 2 more.
1 went to 3, won 1 of them. Won the first one against the Tennessee Titans, lost to the Patriots, and then lost to the Steelers as a member of the Cardinals.
Oh, you mean he got cheated out of one by the Patriots? Don't lie to the people.
I mean, unless you think like the Patriots in general cheated to get there, I guess. I don't know, but like there wasn't really any controversy in the game itself. So Ben Schwarry's overtaken Javier Perez Torres now, so it looks like Torres might be just unsettled.
Well, he is unsettling with his bloodlust. We have to put up with this freak every Saturday. He gets on TeamSpeak. He's all like, "Blood killing, tear his spleen out." Unbelievable.
Rip his dick off.
Twist his dick.
There was a side-by-side going on in the background, I think, between Keckley and Torres. Did Keckley get through? No, it was Keckley and Stokes. Stokes got through Keckley. Okay, so Stokes is back up to 14th place. We got a change of hands for a podium position. Dominic Turcotte has overtaken Jeff Wentworth and is up to 3rd. Bentley versus Mercedes.
Top kick.
So it is Johnston, Riccobeni, Turcotte, Wentworth, Murrah, Burke, Naku, Garda, Taylor, and Magas, your top 10. And in the AM category, it is Hemian leading Delgado and Borje. In the silver, it is Taylor from Magas and championship leader Javier Perez Torres. Lots of tight battle going on now. Really, the camera could not possibly give us something boring to look at. And that is not a challenge. Please do not take that as a challenge.
Somebody flip on the roof. I was misled previously.
Larry Foster's in a weird spot because he's 2 laps down. And he's kind of still mixed up with the traffic here. It's a bit weird what he has to do.
All right, Larry, start putting people in the wall.
I mean, he could help out his teammate Antonio Garda, who's up in 8th place with some creative.
Somebody slightly turned left there on a straightaway.
Oh, yeah, somebody is way off. Let's see who is dropping through the order. Didn't catch whom.
Could have been your boy, Wayne Hutchinson. Only it wasn't because he's right there.
It was not Wayne.
And also drove past the guy.
Wesley Stokes still battling with Jake Keckley. Held him off there through, I think we're at Villeneuve. Yep, that was Villeneuve. Tight battles basically everywhere. The only driver who's kind of off on his own is Dominic Turcotte. So do not show us Dominic Turcotte, for the love of God.
Mike, what is your reaction to the new F1 ruling where if you want to have a corner named after you, your skull has to be planted on a pike right there on the corner?
I mean, that's kind of always been a little bit the case, if we're being honest.
Corners for the corner god, pit stops for the pit stop throne.
Yep. Martino Maglioli under pressure from Ben Schwarry. Nissan versus Ferrari. Talk about 2 very, very different cars. Side by side there. Javier Perez-Torres in the background in his Lexus. Any liveries standing out to you? Because this is, of course, the series with Justin Swan's custom livery pack.
I mean, your boy Perez-Torres with the Weebmobile pretty good, but I'm going to have to go with the Gulf machine.
Oh, hang on a sec. Javi's trying to make a move on Ben Schwarry. And Simeon Naku's gone off the track. So Naku's going to drop a bunch of places. And it looks like Javier was not successful in getting past Ben Schwarry. So please continue.
I was going to say the Gulf Malawan shenanigans definitely best. But Perez-Torres 1B.
Excellent. There is literally a Weebmobile from Zach Morgan, but he is not here today for me to show it to you.
He's probably talking with his alter ego.
Could be. So Naku has dropped back to 15th place after his contact, spin, don't know. And that has promoted Burke, Garda, Taylor, Magas, Maglioli, Schwarry, Perez-Torres, Stokes, and Keckley.
Top kick.
Top kick. On board with Wesley Stokes, 13th place currently. Behind Javier. Up ahead is the battle between Schwarry and Maglioli. Magliolo. I always say Maglioli because I do know a guy named Maglioli, so it's never going to change. Just accept it, Martino.
Isn't it the pro baseball player Maglioli Ordonez?
Indeed, Maglioli. Ordonez has an excellent career.
You can get some Maglioli and some red sauce with some Parmesan cheese on it.
Wesley Stokes is now up on the tail of Javier Perez-Torres, so that'll be interesting. Battle for the lead, Chris Johnston in the Black Falcon Mercedes, battling Paul Riccobeni in the Vortex GT Racing Lexus. He is the 3rd of the Vortex GT Lexuses, the team leader. Cannot see Dominic Turcotte anywhere near them because he is about 8 seconds behind. Things are tight still pretty much everywhere. Javier is now our focus. Wesley Stokes up behind him, and still battling are Maglioli and Magliolo, goddammit, and Schwarry.
Make sure to have your Magliolios every morning with milk. Honey Nut Magliolios.
Simeon Naku is dropping back at this fight, which makes me think that the Aston Martin has sadly suffered some damage and isn't really able to keep up, because he was up in the top 10 for a long time, so to see him get kind of dropped for dead here suggests that that off was not harmless in terms of damage.
Would you say that he is the Maglioliest?
He's going very wide into that corner. Javier looking for a move on Benchworth, and then Wesley Stout. No, Wesley!
I say Weslington.
Oh, that was a bit of a sloppy rejoin by Javier Perez Torres. That might draw the ire of the stewards. Collected Simeon Naku. I mean, I think he was in a bad spot just in general. He was kind of pretty much on the apex, which is a bit of a problem. But be interesting to see if that does go before the steward and what that might result in. So that puts Maglioli was already in 10th place, so that's Keckley up to 12th and Stokes to 13th. So Stokes actually didn't gain a spot off that because he lost a spot to Keckley. And the blue flag out for John Picha, who is having a bit of a rough day in the Honda. Halfway through the race, this is a no pit stop affair, 40-minute sprint to the finish.
We need to do one where you have to. There's a pit stop window every 7 minutes.
Ooh. Martinez making a move on Wayne Hutchison, or Wayne Hutchison failing to make a move on Martinez, not sure which. They are catching up to Juan Borge up ahead of them. And Larry Foster is still on the tail of this, so showing the pace he would have had if not for the issues at the start. It's also getting interesting for him because John Peach is now on the same lap as him, so he would desperately like to be freed up here. Oh no! That was Guillermo Martinez in the barrier.
No, Guillermo!
Bad news for the McLaren 720, the only McLaren in the field. So that promotes Borey, Hutchison, Martel, and probably Dixon Hurst spot.
That's the other thing that I don't enjoy about the current Letterkenny timeline is we've established that you can mispronounce the last name Dickens.
Yes.
It was funny the first 3 times you said it. It's never been funny since then. Stop.
I would agree.
Find something else. Give the character some more depth. Find something else to make fun of. Maybe he collects Russian nesting dolls. And then we have him big old like, oh, this guy's fucking, look at this weird guy. And then Wayne gets to like come through and like, listen, I don't think it's right that we're making fun. You know, you get to do that.
Hang on. Martino's going for the inside line against Magas.
Magas puts him in the wall. Oh my God, he's all.
No,
oh God, it's
he does.
carnage.
He does hold him off though with a rather aggressive hip check.
But you have a bench warrant out for you.
Bench Worry is all over the back end of this fight, and Guillermo Taylor's not too far ahead, and then behind it's Stokes versus Keckley. Although, if I were a betting man, Wesley might be facing a penalty for that contact with Javier Perez Torres.
Be sure to tune in and watch my new movie, Stokes versus Keckley.
Keckley's in a Mercedes, though, so that doesn't really work. Larry Foster is getting so frustrated being a lap down to these two cars, but clearly being faster than them. It has got to be so frustrating to be stuck behind Hutchison and Borey. There's John Picha. John Picha is just ahead of him, technically in the standings, and he would really like to get through here, but it's just not going to happen. So to kind of like preface this whole thing. So you got Borge and Hutchison. They're battling for position. That's a standard race right there. And then the car third in line there, the Lexus, Larry Foster, is down a lap. So he can't really make the overtake because that's considered kind of rude to make an aggressive overtake when you're down a lap. But at the same time, he's clearly being held up by them. So it's very frustrating.
Well, as per Ford versus Ferrari rules, get to the front. And then do it again.
That's pretty much what you have to do. You have to do it twice. And Delgado's picked up a spot over Tony Yimbo, so problems for Yimbo. I think Yimbo was ahead of him. In the pit lane is Guillermo Martinez. I think his car might be cooked. So, podium at the moment is still Johnston, Riccobeni, and Turcotte. The silver podium is Taylor, Magas, and Perez-Torres, and the AM podium, there are only 3 AM cars, is Delgado, Hemian, and Borghi, who you see on your screen right now with Hutchison and Foster in behind him. Foster has gotten the spot over Picha, so I think John Picha might have a significantly damaged car out there. And Foster is finally just going to say, fuck it, I'm going for it. I'm making the overtake on Wayne. Don't worry, Wayne. I'm going to go get Juan Borghi for you, and then you can go get your battle, and I can just not be involved in it.
Correct. Oh, I learned today that we have the Friday the 13th entire collection on Blu-ray, but it's like $150.
I would imagine it would be pretty pricey.
Yeah. It was like, oh! I do enjoy those movies. There are rules, and it is good. I like it.
Battle at the front between Johnston and Riccobeni. Battle for top Ferrari honors, William Murrah and Andrew Burke. And these are not teammates, despite the very similar colors. Everybody going with the red Ferrari, except for Rick Martel, ironically. He's in a green Ferrari. Not too far behind Jeff Wentworth up in 4th place. Back to the battle for 9th. Magas versus Magliolo and Schwari. Taylor not too far ahead of them. Behind them it is still Stokes and Keckley, although they've got a little bit of separation now. Wesley's finally pulled a gap. In the battle for 12th place. Championship leader Murray Iwanchuk not here today. So...
Oh man, I haven't commented it on one of his races in forever.
I think we did it Brands Hatch?
Nope. If we did, no one mentioned him.
He may have just had a boring race out front then.
I thought Murray died in a horrible chicken accident.
No. Don't joke about that. That happened to us in tanks that one time.
Oh yeah, that was true.
It was very depressing.
Well, thanks for bringing it up. That really enhanced.
Well, you kind of brought it up.
You brought it up.
You give me the ability to go morbid. I go morbid. That's how that works.
You kids and your war crimes.
I mean, that's not even half of it.
www.realfootballfactories.com.
Go support Danny Dyer. Go support Billy the Limpet.
Oh, Billy the Limpet! I was gonna say, should we start referring to a certain someone as Javi the Limpet? But then that's just mean. There's no reason to do that.
It's a little mean. It's a little mean.
I mean, at worst, he's at least massive. He's cheerful. He shows up.
Indeed. Yeah.
Massive is your man.
I mean, it's a problem if we start referring to you as Nitro.
Yeah, that's a definite issue. If
Or
you
Ratchet.
ever have Mike and I in chat somewhere, and one of us goes, "Settle down, Nitro," that man probably should be marked out for, like, you just need to cut that guy out of the herd and just. That's enough of that.
Speaking of getting cut out of the herd, Jay Dice got banned from RWB.
Well,
Ben Schwari looking for a way past Martino Magliolo, and probably a way past Mike Magas, because Mike Magas is kind of the cork of the battle here. It is tight. Wesley Stokes, Keckley in behind. Javier's still in 14th place, so despite the spin, he's doing okay.
he is Agent 47.
Has Simeon Naku on his tail.
Is there
Another
a 187 number anybody can pick? Because that'd be a good idea.
Well, you can pick any number because the game allows you to program the number in.
Ooh, delightful. If anybody's not 187, you have problems.
There is no 187, I don't think.
You said any number.
No. I mean, nobody has the number. Sorry.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand.
We have 55, 12, 110, 105, 961, 23, 43, 77, 714, 20.
77, 777, 777, 1,877.
It does time out at 999. Can't go above.
Well,
three, any number of 3 digits. We'll
so you say we ain't got no Wayne Gretzky, we got no Mario Lemieux, we got come on people.
We have a
what
Lemieux.
Are you doing with your numbers here?
We have a Lemieux. There's definitely someone. He's not here. It's Alfonso Chacon is racing.
Wait. I thought. Oh wait, Bori isn't Bori 66? Wasn't Lemieux 66?
Yeah, Bori. Never mind, Bori. I was gonna say it's definitely one of the HWA guys who's running 66.
There you go.
There's Bori. There you go.
Bori.
We do have a Mario Lemieux. We got Ray Bork. Guillermo Terra as Ray Bork.
What number was Messier? I can't even remember.
11.
11. Rokabeni's pretty close.
Yeah. There's a number of famous number 12s. Jim Kelly.
Is that the dancer?
No, it's the football quarterback.
Oh, I know. I'm just kidding. Jim Kelly choked in more Super Bowls than, well...
I mean, it's not really Jim Kelly choked. Like, the entire Buffalo Bills team choked. It's very weird.
More Super Bowls than... shit. Come on, I had the joke all the way together, and now my brain won't say the name of the guy that now plays in Tampa Bay.
Tom Brady.
There you go.
Well, speaking of number 12, Tom Brady.
Hey, it's your boy.
Michael Magas has managed to get a little bit away from Maglioli and Schwari. He's got a little breathing room. By the way, if you look up at the weather there, you can see there is a thunderstorm rolling in.
Bring on the tornado.
Jake Keckley has not managed to stay with this group. He's drifted quite a ways back. Simeon Naku has overtaken Javier Perez-Torres for 14th place. Not terribly important to Javi. He is still in third in the silver category, so still taking home big points there. Paul Riccobeni all over the back of Chris Johnston, and they're coming up to a battle with blue flags. Not sure who that is up ahead. It is... it is Rick Martel and Juan Borji, the aforementioned Mario Lemieux. So Wayne Hutchison finally got clear of Juan Borji, and by a considerable margin now. Blue flags are out. We'll see how this gets handled. This is not the easiest track to handle blue flags on, because it is not a lot of places where you can really kind of go too wide with comfort. And Johnston dives at the inside of Martel, who got a little bit out of shape. And Riccobeni should be able to get by as well. There's a turn named after Jochen Ritz somewhere on this track, but I don't remember which one it is. Jochen Ritz, the most unique of all F1 world champions.
Because he only had half of a skull.
I mean, he might have. Jochen Ritz is the first ever, and only to date, posthumanous champion.
Oh, what?
Dead. He was dead.
Posthumous.
Posthumous, pardon me.
Jesus. I'm like, what the... Is that
I don't know why.
Posthumanous?
I don't know why I messed up that one.
I think maybe you have a special brain disease.
I mean, it would explain a lot of things.
Indeed.
So this train led by Michael Magas is catching up to Guillermo Taylor, so they are going fairly quick, despite battling for position in a four-way fight for 9th place.
All aboard the pain train.
It's Magas, Maglioli, Schwari, and the Rebel Racing, Wesley Stokes. The clans are marching against the law.
Perhaps.
That is Clan Stokes is. Stokes
I'm
looking for a
stoked.
way past the Nissan of Ben Schwarry. Currently an all front engine podium, which is a bit rare actually. We got Mercedes, Lexus, and Bentley.
I think the most rare is the side engine podium.
You'd be right, because there are none. Maglioli getting a little bit out of shape there. That might give Schwarry and Stokes a run, and it is giving Mike Magas some room there. As the night is very much settling in here. There is some great scenery around this Zolder track. There's a wind farm and a biomass reactor, I guess would be the term.
Neat. Like in Subnautica?
Yeah.
That's dope.
If you see, you can see the big windmills up in the background there. Magas must have gotten a bad run through Sector 3 because they're right back up on him again. Cannot buy a break.
Do you like hot peppers?
I do.
Because they are jalapeno business.
They are jalapeno my business. Back to the lead. Chris Johnston in the lead by just a small margin. You can see Paul Riccobeni in the background there. And then back to the battle between Magas, Maglioli, Stokes, and Schwarry. Stokes has gotten past Schwarry, so I'm a little disappointed we missed that, but it did go to a battle for the lead, so I can't be too angry. Keckley's catching back up to this group, so he might be in there before long. Not a lot of time left here. We're down to the last 4 minutes here, so probably about 2-3 laps? 3 laps, probably.
9 or 10 laps.
Definitely not that much.
Just drive faster.
Can only drive so fast, Byron.
That is quitter talk, and I will hear none of it.
Hutchison's claimed another spot. He's moved past Cliff Hemian. Rick Martel has claimed a spot against Juan Borges, so the veteran's up to 20th. Javier is under pressure from Tony Yimbo in the Bentley, so Javier's race was looking like a top 10, and then that contact with Wesley Stokes has robbed him of that. And he's now fighting over 16th, 15th place and just lost it to Tony Yimbo, so it would have been nice to get that on camera. But Stokes is making the move on Martino Maglioli, and Schwarry's trying to come through as well, so the Ferrari almost lost 2 spots there. Don't really need... Oh, drive-through! Race leader, Chris Johnston, has a drive-through penalty.
Oh, shit.
This late in the race, that's going to cost him the win. Jeff Wentworth making his way through traffic. And Jeff Wentworth, by the way, I think is going to move on to the podium because that's going to drop Johnston not only out of first place, but probably off the podium. So big mistakes. Although Wentworth is quite a ways back, so it'll be interesting to see. He's in the pit lane now. We'll see where Johnston comes out. That should give the lead to Paul Riccobeni. Riccobeni and Turcotte for sure will overtake him. Stokes now on the tail of Magas. In the top 10 for the first time today. Magliolo and Schwarry still keeping them coming. Keckley is in the background there as well. We're awaiting Chris Johnston to rejoin the race and see where he is. And it looks like he may still have a shot at a podium, as he's coming out of the pit lane now. And Wesley Stokes gets into the back of Mike Magas.
What a jerk.
That's 2 Lexuses he punted. He's got a problem with our team.
Wesley Stokes banned for life.
Martino Magliolo will move up into 9th place. Ben Schwarry's up into the top 10, Byron.
It's your boy Bench Warrant. He came for everybody.
And the battle for the top Ferrari honors continues. William Murrah still holding off Andrew Burke. Stokes is in the pit lane, so maybe damage from that contact with Magas. overtaking somebody there, but I didn't see who it was. But they were off the track. Oh, it is Juan Borgi. Never mind. That's just a blue flag.
Juanito.
Whoa. Juan, that is not the track. I don't know how to tell you this.
Final lap. Give it a final push.
Final lap of the race for the leader. Whoa. That's some serious work on the... Man, that car looks really nice in the dark. Juan Borgi, or Mauricio Delgado.
Caw.
Very nice looking car. Holding on to the AM lead. That is Larry Foster behind him, so that is not for position. Foster is still lapped. It is also raining on the track, although we can't really make it out, but if you look closely, you can see the drops falling.
Raindrops keep falling on my hood. Something I should have learned the other words. But I know the rhythm.
Andrew Burke on the tail of William Murrah, going for that top Ferrari honors and a top 5 in his debut here in 3D Speed. And I think ESR in total, actually.
He's winning all the things that ever existed.
He's still being held off by Murrah, though. Murrah, championship contender, will want to hang on to that 5th place.
Speaking of winning all the things that ever existed, where's that Stoffmeal kid?
He's on a little bit of a break right now.
Sounds fair. You can only win so much.
Pursuing that professional career, that life there.
Gross.
Your race winner is Paul Riccobeni, although it feels a little bit hollow. That was kind of handed to him by that drive-through for Chris Johnston. Dominic Turcotte.
You're saying that like he didn't organize the whole thing. Like he didn't bribe the judges.
Dominic Turcotte takes 2nd place for Bentley M Sport, and it looks like it will be Jeff Wentworth who takes 3rd place.
Jeff went 3rd.
And Johnston down to 4th place. William Murrah crosses the line in 5th ahead of Andrew Burke. Long-term battle there. Antonio Garda looks like he'll come home 7th. And then it'll be your Silver Cup winner, Guillermo Taylor. Ahead of Martino Magliolo. No, Ben Schwarry got him at the line. Magliolo made a mistake and lost out to Schwarry and to Jake Keckley. So
have some shawarma.
Magliolo drops back to 11th place. Michael Magas finishes 12th despite the punt. Simeon Naku will be the next one across the line, I think.
I hear they had to pick up parts of Stokes from all over the place.
Naku, Yimbo, Javi Perez Torres at 14th place. Cliff Hemian's done. Martel, Hurst. Congratulations to Mauricio Delgado, AM driver finishing on the lead lap. Very impressive. Duking it out with the ultra experienced Wayne Hutchison. And we do have our final results, and I will pull up the standings here to give you all a rundown of what happened here at 3D Speed, which we are officially at the halfway point of the season. So with today's win, his first of the season, Paul Riccobeni takes the championship lead. Dominic Turcotte, 2nd today, is 2nd in the standings. Chris Johnston moves into 3rd. And that's all them overtaking previous championship leader Murray Iwanchuk, who was absent today. Antonio Garda is in 5th place. William Murrah, 6th. Simeon Naku, 7th. Your top silver cupper is Javier Perez Torres in 8th, ahead of Guillermo Taylor and Ben Schwarry. In the Silver Cup, it is Javier Perez Torres leading the way with 49 points to Guillermo Taylor's 35, 31 for Wayne Hutchison and Michael Magas. In the AM Cup, Cliff Hemian leads the way with 26 of a possible 30, ahead of 13 points for Mauricio Delgado and 12 for the absent Keir O'Neill. Teams Championship, Vortex GT Racing leads with 239 points from 167 for Bentley Team M Sport and 115 for Cyberline Racing. That is the, didn't really mention who they were. That's the Simeon Naku, Wayne Hutchison, Richard Higgs, Aston Martin team. Byron, do you have anything you would like to add here in finality?
I think that you should go out right now, you listener at home, order yourself a Hawaiian pizza with hot peppers on it. Do it now. Do it right now.
All right, that is it for 3D Speed here today. We're off to Zandvoort for the next round. That'll be for round 4 of the championship.
Zandvoort.
Kind of looking forward to Zandvoort because it's a track that can produce very weird results, but it can also produce a lot of carnage, which is probably why it can produce weird results, if we're being entirely honest. And that will be the next step in the championship. Lot to battle for in the Drivers' Championship. The Teams' Championship's getting a little bit lopsided. Vortex GT is doing a great job. And the AM Championship and Silver Championships are pretty well in hand, although their winning streaks for both their leaders, Javier Perez-Torres and Cliff Hemian, did come to an end today. So there is that.
They will be executed immediately.
Our next commentary gig will be something to do with the ESR RWB Super Series, which is coming up. And then we also got the Academy kicking off this weekend, I think.
The Academies are back?
The Academy is back.
Can I make fun of them for being bad, even though I'm clearly worse?
You would have to talk with the man, the myth, the legend known as Justin Swan.
Well, I mean, that shouldn't be hard.
It's not hard at all. I didn't say it was hard. I just said you had to do it.
Thing. No, hey, buddy. Work on my delivery.
Let's see here. I know we're up to over 20 drivers for that. We've got Larry Foster, Tommaso Biglino, Dave Palmer. We have a lot of Daves. There's a lot of Daves on the grid. Dave Palmer, Andreas Lacutis, Rochelle Guerin, John Picha, Cliff Hemian, Adrenaline, Ferrix Bilal, I'm going to guess is how to pronounce that name. Ryan Gonzalez, Wyatt Kennedy, Dave Nelson, Dave James, Keir O'Neill, Vic Nash, some dude named Chihuahua, Raja, Zach Bennett, Sheng Feng Fei, Dennis Suarez, Skylar Donaldson, Samuel McIntyre, and Arthur Bellotti is the field.
Most of them will no-show, so it didn't matter.
I mean, hopefully not. It's a good learning opportunity. One would think that if you're going to sign up for a series, you'll...
That is officially a challenge. I'm doubting your commitment. Prove me wrong.
Prove Byron wrong. You can reach Byron at 1-800-YOUR-MOM.
Correct.
All right. That is all for today's race. From Zolder, great racing, good tightness, and relatively clean, although a couple of Wesley Stokes-related incidents that he may or may not be.
An evil, truculent prostitute.
Wesley's a good guy. We would never disparage his reputation.
Not at all. Even though I have photographic
not
evidence to the contrary.
I mean, that's like saying you got pictures of Donald Trump and Epstein in the same room or something.
What? All right. Peace out, folks. Have fun.